Corey here with another podcast for Healing for Yarning. Here at the settlement again, beautiful Gadigal country, beautiful day outside. Introduce yourself, my bros.
Hey bros, cheers for having me. My name's Kai Ryan. I'm a Nunda Nuggetja man from Shark Bay, which is along the mid-west coast of WA. Happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks, bro. So, how was it growing up over there, my bro?
My mob's from Shark Bay. I grew up in a town about 4 hours north of that called Drelton. Did my growing up there, my schooling and everything, and then would occasionally go back to Shark Bay just to see all the mob and reconnect in that space. And then started working in the mental health space in Drelton for a little bit, predominantly with youth. I've just been some sort of role model for them, trying to help them engage in some sort of lifestyle that's healthier than the one they're going through at the moment. And then I ended up moving to Perth when I was around 22. Worked for the Mental Health Commission there, again with youth, and helping support statewide programs and projects, delivering campaigns, social media campaigns, which is great. Working on different skills and providing resources for services that work with youth. And then I moved over to Sydney when I was, a year ago now. Time flies, and very different over this way.
So from, the community you're from at Shark Bay there to where you grew up and done most of your schooling, how far is that from Shark Bay?
Drelton. About 4 hours. And then Drelton's 4 hours north of Perth as well.
Okay.
So sort of in between that big city and that real remote country lifestyle. But schooling wise, it was good. I guess luckily for me, when I reached to high school, I had the Clontarf Footy Academy, which really helped me go through schooling. As a young Aboriginal boy, it's hard to be in that sort of mainstream lifestyle and to have an incentive like playing football, being around your brothers. It helps a lot. And really helped in my education growing up.
So, talk about brothers there. So, how many siblings do you have?
0 brothers. 1 sister. So she's a Slovakian Aboriginal. So different mothers. But still brother and sister. Don't look at it that way. And even though there's a big age gap between us, 15 years, we always have a laugh, and it's good to talk to her every now and then.
Are you the elder brother or younger brother?
Elder.
Yeah,
elder. So when I was 15, she was born, and I guess we've been connected ever since. Doesn't matter our backgrounds.
No.
We share the same blood, which is the most important thing. And we can have a laugh despite the age difference.
No, it's nice, bro. So you touched on football there. Was that a big part of you being a kid growing up?
So I didn't really start playing it till I was around 13. So entering that high school age, and then I guess having been surrounded by fellas that enjoy the same thing you do, it helps out a lot, and it was good for my well-being growing up as well. Just being around the brothers again, and I really loved football growing up. Being WA, AFL was a big thing, and you got lots of Aboriginal role models and people you look up to in AFL as well. Big thing. Buddy Franklin speaks to mind. How the goods, the things they've accomplished in AFL. You want to do the same, really. I loved it growing up.
What position did you play, bros?
Bit of ruck. Bit of forward, and then backman. So it's sort of all over the shop. But I think ruck, when I was getting older, I was getting taller. Had no choice really but to jump in there. Wasn't good for the knees, but it was good to, I guess, run around the field. As a ruckman.
Gotta be fit.
Got to be fit. I couldn't miss the pre-season, but it was good times.
So you touched on mental health. It's been a big part of your your work journey? How'd you first get into mental health?
Yeah, so previous to that, I was about 19, 20. I was working in a primary school in Drilton, and then luckily enough, my auntie, who's involved in that space, she reached out to me,
Yeah.
and she just said, "Hey, do you want to have a crack at getting involved in mental health and youth?" And I was like, "Mental health." That word,
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to get involved in that. Like, what does that mean?"
Yeah.
And she just said, "Oh, don't worry. It's the same as working in a school.
Yep.
Essentially, helping young fellas get the best outcomes."
Yep.
And I just said, "All right, I'll give it a crack." And ever since I sort of got involved in that, I started looking at the benefits of a positive mental health and having a positive role model growing up.
Yeah.
A lot of young Aboriginal kids, especially males, don't really have that role model growing up with a big brother or father.
Yep.
So just to sort of be that sort of voice for them, just to help them navigate their way through, I guess, a tough time in their lives.
Yeah.
It's pretty important.
Yeah. No, it is. It is. And how'd you, stepping into it very early on, how'd you find it? Was it challenging, or did you just?
Bit confronting.
Yeah.
I'm not used to that environment really. It's good to work with people, but to look at the background information and what they're going through at home
Yeah.
and what they get up to when they're not at home.
Yep.
When they're out late doing things they shouldn't be doing and hanging around the wrong crowds, it really opens your mind.
Yeah.
And you got to look beyond that initial face-to-face stuff and
Yeah.
think about what the background information is going on. How can you support them in that area? Especially when their families are there as well. You got to support the families just as much as the young fella. Look, that was again still a big part of my journey so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. But did you do any study alongside that when you first started?
Yeah, so luckily enough, I got involved in the Certificate for Mental Health at the Marmudich Foundation there in Aboriginal in TAFE, based in Perth. So I was travelling down to Perth every now and then doing blocks down there while coming back and working in the mental health space. So sort of putting in practice what I learnt along the way, which was great.
Yeah.
And I built heaps of connection in that program as well, which I still connect to today.
Yeah.
Which is great, and it just helped educate myself into mental health and drug and alcohol and everything involved.
Yeah.
That went along for about a year.
Yep.
And that sort of, I guess, sparked the ideas of moving down to Perth, meeting a lot of people in the mental health space in Perth, and what they get up to, and it really pushed me and drove me towards making that decision later on in life.
Yeah. So you're touching on that, you moved down to Perth.
Yep.
How'd you find that very early on?
Yeah, being a country kid and not really going to Perth as much as I used to.
Yep.
I was a bit nervous initially leaving the nest, but I realised that to grow in my career, I've got to make these decisions, and I did that. But knowing I have support in Perth, family and friends, and that helped out a lot.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
And then I guess the whole work from going from a smaller town to the big city of WA and doing that work around mental health.
Yeah.
How'd you find that?
Traffic wise wasn't good. That was the one thing I was getting used to, but I guess when it's around the same sort of thing I've been doing for the last few years, I just realised, hey, it's working with youth. How can I implement things that I've already learned into this sort of workspace?
Yeah.
I had a great supportive team around me, which helped a great deal, and I was just eager to learn. Just be a sponge, learn from other people, learn the new ways of working.
Yep.
Going from an individual space to community and broader statewide space.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I loved it and continue to love it as I'm over this way.
Yeah. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but in Perth, I'm not sure if it's still legislation, but in the CBD, kids under a certain age can't be hanging around in the CBD. Is that right?
Not to my knowledge. Yeah,
Okay.
Not too sure, but I think kids these days
Yeah.
they don't really care about legislation. They're just running around any time of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is something that I hope can be preventable in the future. You don't want young fellas like under 12 years old, 10 years old running around at night time, getting up to no good.
Yeah.
Which leads to missing school, missing the things they need to be really focusing on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully in the future, things can be embedded in the system, which can help the young people get engaged with things they should be engaging with.
Yep. So growing up for you, like, so where you grew up, that was off country.
Sort of on country.
Yep.
I ran a family a lot, but I call Shark Bay. That's home, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you got back out to home to reconnect with Shark Bay, was there many cultural activities and stuff you still practice out there?
Yeah. So luckily, my old man, he does cultural tours out there.
Yep.
Pretty big figure in that cultural space in my life. He's taught me how to get on country, show respect, bush tucker,
Yep.
all those things, and pretty fortunate to have him in my life to guide me along and show me all the important things that I should be practicing and doing, and sharing with other people that come along that want to visit Shark Bay as well.
Yeah.
And I guess previously, before I got involved with youth and mental health, I had the opportunity to work alongside him.
Yeah.
Get to see how he operates, how he works with a lot of different people.
Yeah.
Not just people from Australia, but across the world. How he introduces them to culture and country, and how I can sort of do the same thing and show them how important it is to, I guess, have that connection to something like culture and country.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't really understand the value of it.
Yeah.
Especially when you leave that space for a certain amount of time and then you go back feeling refreshed and recharged.
Yeah.
Such an important feeling.
Yeah. No, it's nice. But I guess growing up with that as well would have given you a different look of going into that mental health space of, we had a yarn just offline before we started around a medical model and a culture model.
Yeah.
And culture models about how do we get back to the start and start building back up again.
Yeah.
Where a medical model's how do we fix you now?
Yeah.
And it's having those, both have their, especially in people in AOD and mental health, have their pros and cons to that.
Yep.
But yeah, when you're working with mob, I think tearing layers back is always a starting point.
Yeah, because unfortunately we went through a pretty tough period with colonisation and stolen generations, where mob had to learn a different way of living, really.
Yeah.
Put culture, country and language aside, and you had to focus on this Western side of things. And
yeah,
it's good today that we're sort of going back to our roots.
Yeah.
We've got systems in place that help us learn those cultural values and how important they are, with the support of the medical and Western ways.
Yeah.
It's great that we get both fundamentals under our belt and can strive for a healthier well-being.
Yeah. No, it is deadly. So was Shark Bay really impacted by colonisation as well?
Yeah, not as much as I guess this side of the country.
Yeah.
But I guess now it's good that we have our mob there, still practicing, I guess, language, the importance of getting back on country and learning culture. Not as much traditional practice as we would like.
Yep.
But no doubt in the next few years that's going to be embedded.
Beautiful.
In our country, and lots of the young fellas coming through will be learning that and just teaching that knowledge on the people that they want to teach to.
Yeah, that's nice. And it's a question a lot of people probably ask you, but Shark Bay called Shark Bay because there's a lot of sharks there, or?
So the traditional name for that place is called Gudaraguda.
Yeah.
And that means two waters. So that represents the two bays that we have in Shark Bay.
Okay.
So the Eastern Bay and the Western Bay,
Yep.
which is significant, but lots of sharks there as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some white fella come through and said, "Oh, it's a lot of sharks here. We'll call this one Shark Bay." Yeah. And it's, yeah, you look at a lot of these places, you know, through colonisation, the name of them, it's just like they've seen something there and that's what we're going to name it.
Yeah. Lots of cooking in a few
Oh.
places, eh?
That's what gets me as well, is that, you know, Captain Cook Lookout, it's like, he didn't even touch the continent here, he didn't step foot in this part. Why did we have something named after that?
Yeah, I guess it's good that I guess places are bringing their traditional names back.
Yeah.
Like they're saying like, yeah, this place, you know, go to a country,
Yeah.
which is great, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, it is, and taking that back, and it's something that the work I do with young fellas and communities, some men and stuff, is to really get them to introduce themselves in their, you know, from their country, and just to take that little bit of ownership back of it, and really believe in it.
Yeah, exactly. Because lots of mob don't really understand the significance of that, really,
Yeah.
or they might not know where they're from.
Yep.
So I guess I guess a big thing in the work I'm doing at the moment is helping mob that don't have that connection establish it,
Yeah.
so they can just have some sort of voice and acknowledgement of where they come from.
Yeah. So touching on, you know, we'll go back just a smidgen there.
Yep.
The move to Sydney from Perth. How
Yeah.
did that come about?
So I don't want to put a lot of pressure on my partner here, but she moved over, and then I decided I'd move over as well.
Yep.
Not just to support her, but to venture out and explore opportunities on myself. And so far, look, I'm grateful that I've done it. Really, myself, my old man, and my sister did the drive from Perth to Sydney.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so seeing all those different environments, you know, it's great, and to have a family trip together,
Yeah.
to get us together was great, and even moving here, I was like a bit hesitant because it's a big city,
Yeah.
Sydney.
Yep.
Well, the biggest city in Australia. Am I really ready for this? And there were doubts in my mind as well. Like, I'm a bit nervous about this move, but I think the pros outweigh the cons, and
Yeah.
with the career opportunity, meeting new people, connecting,
Yep.
and exploring as part of the country with my partner.
Yep.
Something that we're very lucky and excited to do,
Yeah.
and to continue on doing as well.
No, exactly it. And, you know, meeting new people. We're fortunate enough to meet at a symposium together. So.
Yep.
And then made that connection. And are you going to the next one? Because it's in Fremantle.
Well, I'd like to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Are you going?
I'm looking at the scholarship stuff to
Yeah.
try and get over there. Yeah.
Yeah, so am I, just to try and find some support.
Yeah.
But if you do have any scholarship news, and flick it over, mate.
For sure.
Got my number now. So.
Yeah, for sure, brother, for sure. But yeah, so, you know, that it is a big move, and then, you know, going back to Perth traffic, it's nothing the Sydney traffic.
I think when I went back to Perth, I was like, oh, this is not that bad. It's crazy over this way. But I guess I think the move from Drayton to Perth,
Yep.
felt more significant than the move from Perth to Sydney.
Yeah.
I guess because you're going from a small country town to a city compared to a city to another city.
Yep.
So I sort of was accustomed to the traffic
Yeah.
and getting used to all that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess traffic here is unbelievable, mate. Once you miss your window, it's horrible. You'd be late to work for like 30 minutes.
Yeah. No, exactly it. That's it. So yeah, so the work you're doing here, how are you finding that?
Yeah, it's good. It's not youth, so it's working at the Who's Drug and Alcohol Rehab, based in Lilyfield. So working with mob, providing cultural support for them, and to, like I said before, try and have a strong connection to their country and culture, and to help them find some sort of identity, really.
Yep.
Colonisation impacted this side of the country significantly,
Yeah.
to be honest, and lots of mob don't know who they are, where they come from.
Yeah.
So just to be a voice and to help them find their voice. You know, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just I guess for myself, learn this
Yep.
side of the country. You know,
Yep.
I haven't had much to do with it, and to learn how our mob over this way do things. You know,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. It's pretty nice to know.
No, it is, and that's, I guess, going back to that, you know, that colonisation yarn, coming from, you know, WA, that, yeah, colonisation impacted there, but the East Coast was the forefront of that.
Yeah.
How ready was you to find out the impacts here compared to WA?
Yeah, I always knew that in terms of massacres and all that stuff, there
Yeah.
was a lot more over this way.
Yep.
And I did a cultural awareness training last year, and I learnt a lot more about the massacres, and really eye-opening.
Yeah.
And you really get to understand that, you know, these guys got impacted a lot, and you see, you know, Sydney now, it's not much Aboriginal population
Yeah.
as much as you'd like, even though I think it's the most populated Aboriginal population
Yeah.
in the country. But compared to non-Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander mob, it's a low percentage,
Yeah.
and that probably could reflect on mob not being confident enough to say they're Aboriginal.
Yep.
Because they think they need to have all the qualifications and
Yep.
confirmations to be,
Yep.
to be a black fella.
Yeah.
But whereas I think, you know, as long as you know in here that
Yeah.
you're a Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander or whatever, you know, just have that confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
To express that
Yeah.
side of you. Yeah.
So yeah, on that yarn, you feel that it's a lot less in WA with people having that strength to identify.
Yeah, I feel like mob in, I guess, the regional remote communities you go to have no dramas really identifying. But like Perth, like Sydney, you get mob that aren't too comfortable with identifying if they're a bit fair skinned, for
Yep.
example, and they might not feel like they're going to be accepted.
Yeah.
Which I think is, you know, needs to be explored more and supported more.
Yeah.
Because in terms of mental health, imagine how they're feeling inside.
Yeah.
Like knowing that they are Aboriginal, but they don't feel accepted by the community.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then the whole pattern of lateral violence that comes out with that. then
Exactly,
too.
mate.
Yeah. No, exactly. So yeah, going back to, you know, WA, where you grew up and how you lived, is there an impact on the, I guess, local communities of how mined WA is, like through mining companies and stuff? Do you feel the impact that through communities?
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because, it's such a heavily populated workspace as well.
Yeah.
And a big resource or income.
Yep.
Of money, and you get a lot of Aboriginal people that are involved in that as well.
Yep.
But I guess in saying that, you've got a lot of Aboriginal people in the mining space that work with community.
Yes.
So hearing community voice, providing or relaying information from both parties, just to ensure that, you know, the things they're doing aren't impacting our mob significantly. Like cultural and significant sites, for example, you don't want to be messing around with those, or, you know, bad things will happen to you.
Yep.
Yep. And I guess opening opportunities for our mob to be involved in that workspace as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's interesting just to hear that from, you know, being and living in community there. It's because I know that there's a lot of I guess policies set up around having traditional owners part of the mining projects and stuff like that over there as well. So I know there's percentages around different mines of what they need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's good to have community voice, especially when
Yeah.
you're messing around with community.
Yep.
In a sense, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you touched on study before this, so for mental health. Have you done much more study?
Yeah, so luckily enough, I started. I'm doing a degree right now. It's the graduate diploma in Indigenous health promotion.
Yep.
Through the University of Sydney. So it's pretty much sort of the same as what I was doing in Perth, really, in sense of work.
Yeah.
Developing a program or projects or campaigns that help provide health promotion for our mob,
Yep.
essentially, from a community lens as well,
Yeah.
to try and help support that population of people.
Yep.
And halfway through at the moment, finish in December.
Nice.
I'm really lucky and fortunate to be doing that, because I guess I did sort of doubt myself, really,
Yep.
because I haven't done uni before. So when I started, I was like, oh, just academic writing and
Yeah.
knowledge. I was like, am I really going to be able to do this?
Yes.
And I'm very hesitant. And then I just really had a pretty honest conversation with myself, and I said, everyone feels like this when it's a new thing.
Yep.
And the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to be doing it.
Yep.
And I compare that to me moving to Sydney.
Yeah.
It's a whole new thing. You just got to give it a crack,
Yeah.
see how you go, and then if go along with it.
Yeah. Get up, show up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it's one of those things. And look, I'm doing a master's at the moment, but for me, the bit hardest thing for me is the assessment's not that hard. Writing I struggle with. Dyslexic, so I struggle with the writing part, but referencing.
Yeah.
I think I've called referencing every bad name in every language you can think of, bro. But yeah, I was having so I was like a student support person gave me a call from the uni. I'm at University of Wollongong doing my Masters in Indigenous Health.
Yeah, solid, bro.
So yeah, gave me a call, and I was talking to him about it, and he goes, well, in Harvard referencing, you can actually reference community yarns with elders and stuff like that. I was like, why can't we get that across? Like,
personal communication.
yeah, like it's, because most of my learning, and it's probably the same for you, especially when you're talking about developing a program. Well, the reason I know the program's going to work because I've sat with community, I've listened to my elders, I've listened to my uncles, I've listened to my aunties. In your case, the work your dad's done, and you've watched what your dad done.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do I reference that?
Yeah, no, it's good, and that's what they really want us to do, is get involved with community.
Yeah.
Have a yarn, hear their voice.
Yeah.
What do they want? What do they need?
Yeah.
How can they help? Yeah.
No, exactly.
Which is important.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like you said, the referencing, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a whole nother language.
Yeah. No, that's it. And my partner knows exactly when I'm up to reference time, because laptop's almost out the window. And but yeah, it's deadly that you've challenged yourself to come over here, but also whilst being over here, challenge yourself to get yourself a little bit more educated in the stuff that you're doing that you find passionate as well.
Yeah, I think there needs to be more of our mob in this academic space as well. Not a lot of representation in there.
Yep.
And it's good for supporting communities.
Yeah.
You want mob that have this knowledge to help address those issues that they're going through.
No, exactly right. And I was having a yarn with brother yesterday, and it's having that knowledge and know-how how to do something, but also being humble enough to still sit in community.
Yeah.
Is what I think's one of those things that mob can do really well. So it replicates what we're really trying to do. So I can come sit around the fire with you, but I can also go into a room with executives and have a conversation with them about what's going on for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's because for us as mob, we're such an oral people.
Yeah.
But with that, what I think, and what was in a podcast I done with an uncle not long ago, we're talking about that. But the other thing that's not talked about, we're oral, but we use these more than we use this.
Yeah.
So we use our ears to listen we use our eyes to watch body language if people feel uncomfortable and how to have those yarns more.
Yep.
And generally, when we speak, it's the last thing after we've processed that
Yeah.
of everything that's going on. And I think in that space and the way the world is now, as everything's fast acting, is a lot of mob are talking more than listening.
Yep.
Which makes it a little bit harder as well, especially in the spaces that we work in, where people are diagnosing our patients before even having a conversation with them. They're reading a note from somebody else and going, "Oh, this person's got X, Y, Z," before even having a conversation with them.
Yeah, no, I agree, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah, listening is it's a big area that everyone is improving on.
yeah,
But yeah, that's what I've found out. Listening is the most important thing you can do, really.
yeah.
And if you don't listen, you don't not gonna know what to say.
No, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And the way it's for you and your partner over here, do you see yourselves being here long term?
At the moment, we're just taking it as each day as it comes by. Really.
Yep,
We always know home's gonna be there.
yep,
It's not going anywhere, but we're just really using this opportunity to expand in our careers,
yeah.
explore this side of the country, and just, like I said before, give it a crack.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
So, to the final question, Buzz, when it's all said and done,
Yep.
and you're off in the dream time, what do you want to be remembered for?
Oh, I guess just someone that just paved the way for the next generation, really, making it a bit easier for our mob to go through in such a hard, I guess, society to live in.
Yep.
Amongst all the discrimination, the racism, the injustice.
Yep.
I want our mob to have an easier time when going through that.
Deadly, bro. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.